Hello everyone, it is Susan from Susan Hiles Art and welcome to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to work on the next prompt for the Roxy Journal of Stitchery Volume 3, and yeah, I'm pretty excited about this prompt. So it's to sew either a garden bench or a garden chair. And watching, it's actually hard for me to decide which to do, because watching Rachel's prompt video, I just love how she did her bench, or she's doing her bench. I just love it. But then I watched Sarah and the way she did her chair, and I think I have to do a chair. That's kind of how I'm leaning at the moment. And I just love, I think the reason why I'm going to do the chair is because the way that Sarah did the legs with the pistol stitch, a long pistol stitch, I'm like, oh my gosh, it was like so brilliant. You know, I was like, oh my gosh, it was just perfect. So then, now that I know I'm going to do the chair, I mean, unless something happens where I change my mind, but I don't think so. So then, you know, I have to figure out, oh, where am I going to put the chair? And it would look cute over here, a little chair. Now, again, you know, my stuff is all out of scale. Yeah, and there's nothing I can do about that, so that's okay. You know, I think what I want to do is put a chair here. Yeah, so again, the scale of it isn't going to be right unless I think of this as like a really, really, really small door. Yeah, so, you know, I'm not going to worry about it, but I do think I want to put the chair right here. So knowing that, then my next thought is, well, you know, what fabric would I use for the seat of the chair, right? It's just going to be a small little, almost not oval, but I don't want it fully round either. So, you know, kind of in between those. And I thought, well, it would be cute to use like a floral piece, right? Because I think that, I mean, it would be cut, but I like the colors of that on, you know, in this area, because it's very pink in this area. And I like that, but I also like, let's see, this fabric right here is this fabric. So I could even use this or do the lighter, but I think I would do this. But I also would love to have a chair with this. You know what? As I'm holding this here, I know that this is what I have to use right here. Now, I wish I had a piece of it cut already, but I don't. I don't have. I almost hate to cut this piece of fabric because it's such a great size and shape for a future project, like to put like on a page on a block, and you know, but I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet, and let's just give this a tear. And then I'm going to cut out, oh, I don't know, I think I'm just gonna eyeball it and cut what I think, like I don't want it too big. Yeah, so I'm just gonna cut it, and it doesn't have to be perfect, again, you know, and I want it not too big. I mean, I can make it smaller, so if I cut it a little bit too big on the first try, that is okay. And Sarah and Rachel's YouTube channel links are below if you would like to go and check out their videos for what they're doing for their chair. That's actually not too bad. That was actually a good cut right there. So let's see. Is it too big? Well, so if I have the chair there and I do the legs here, and then there's plenty of room for the back, I think that that's fine. I mean, what do you guys think? I think that's a good size. I don't think it needs to be smaller than that. So I like that as a good choice for the seat. And then if you watched Sarah's video, she did some couching for the back of the chair. Now she used like a yarn and couched that, and I like that. And I might do that, but I also really like to couch fabrics. So I did tear this piece off of another piece of fabric. I like the pink. I have one that is just a solid, it's, off-white color. And then I have this too, which is a piece of a scarf. And I thought that this would be pretty too. I kind of really like this because I like the colors. I mean, it's going to look a lot smaller than this, but I do like the colors. So those are, I'm trying to decide what to couch, or like I said, even if I do couch, using yarn like Sarah did. So I think what I'll do is let me go ahead and let's sew this down, and then we will go from there. So what thread do I want? Well, I have this out right here, so I might as well use it. Let's see. So this is a pearl thread in size 8, and I don't know if I want this to be, do I want the seat to be totally straight this way, or do I want it a little bit on a slant? I'm thinking maybe straight. Yeah, but you guys also know that when I sew, yeah, things, I don't know. They just don't come out very straight when I sew. So let me move some of this off of here because I do have to move the fabric as I sew. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do an overcast stitch, and let's get this sewn down. Yeah, so at this point, well, we're in April, so that means we're kind of like in the second half of this 6-month project. So I wonder if they're going to do another 6 months, because last year the second half of the year I worked on December daily with the fabric, with all of their prompts, and that worked out really well. I actually wouldn't mind doing that again. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. I mean, it started out being, it was very geared around a journal. So it worked perfectly for me. But I don't know. We will see if I, will continue with their project. I've done all 3 so far. And I do enjoy it, I must say. I learn a lot, and yep. Now these stitches could be even a little bit closer together to one another, but I think that this looks good. I don't think it's necessary to have these stitches super close. I mean, the fact is I'm just sewing down a little piece of fabric, so it's not going to take much to sew this down. So if you're working on this project, let me know how you're doing with all these prompts. Are you learning a lot like I am? Are they out of your wheelhouse like they're out of mine? Let me know. Let me know. And I think, like I've said before, that that's a good thing, right? To learn new stuff, for sure. All right, I love this stripe, and the color of it really matches the door, so I like that a lot. And then if I use fabric that is multicolored to do the couching for the back of the chair, that's going to be super cool, I think. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, because you know, you know how it is. You make a plan and then you change it. You know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right, so we're almost done with this. We're almost done. Oh, when I started my gardening yesterday, I went outside for the first time and I started getting stuff together, and I made sure that my garlic was doing well, and I moved it more into the sun. I planted the garlic last October or November, which you're supposed to do. And what else did I do yesterday? Oh, I pruned my petite roses. So that is done, and I watered them and I fertilized them. And yep, so they're on a roll. And I also went and I took all of my seeds, and I pulled out my seeds that can still handle like down to like in the 40s, 40 degrees, because it's still a little cold here at night in New Jersey. So I don't want to plant anything too soon and then have a problem. Yeah, so, all right, so there we go. So that's the base of my garden chair. And so then the next thing that I would need to do is to pick out, I would like a fairly heavy yarn to do the pistol stitches. I think, if I remember correctly, I'd have to look back at her video. I think, did Sarah do 3 legs or 4 legs? I'm going to look at her video and see exactly how she did it. And now I could use yarn that is the same color, or I could go with black to do the legs. Black, I think, would be it, because I think the black will be more noticeable than the lighter color, that mustard color. And I'll probably do, I think this is 3-strand. Yeah, let me pull off one of the strands. I might use the 2. I'll probably use the 2 strands and do that. But for today's video, I'm gonna leave it, I think, as is. And because I have to figure out how I want to do the legs. So I'm gonna go look at Sarah's video again, and because I really liked it a lot. So I want to see what she did, and I'll use this. I'll do the pistol stitch, and then we'll figure out exactly which fabric or yarn I will use to couch. I'm leaning more towards a fabric to couch onto this, so we'll see. But anyway, so that's the beginning of my cottage chair, and I do love it so far. So far, so good. It looks cute, right? That's a cute little seat of a chair. And I will be back next Wednesday, and we will finish off the chair together, okay? All right, well, thanks so much for being here, and have a wonderfully blessed rest of your week. All right, God bless. Bye-bye.